All right, let's start with the war in Ukraine and what could be a pivotal few days. Right now, the White House Special Envoy Steve Witkoff, he's in Moscow and he's meeting, as you see right here, with Russian President Vladimir Putin. Both President Trump and Volodymyr Zelensky will be in Rome this weekend, but it's unclear if they will speak directly. Now, these talks are happening after a new apparent attack in Russia. You're seeing this footage. Authorities say a car bomb killed a senior military leader this morning, and an investigation is underway into the circumstances. CBS News senior foreign correspondent Holly Williams has been following all of this for us from London. Holly, good morning to you. We know that it's still early in this breaking development, but what do we know about this explosion?
Good morning, Errol. Well, Russian officials say that Lieutenant General Yaroslav Moskalik was killed by an explosive device rigged with shrapnel and placed inside a car just outside of Moscow this morning. Moskalik was a senior figure in the general staff of Russia's military. Russian media is reporting that the device was detonated remotely as he walked past, though we cannot confirm that detail at this point. You may remember, Errol, that another Russian general was killed by a bomb hidden inside an electric scooter in Moscow back in December. And Ukrainian security sources later confirmed that Ukraine was behind that assassination.
And Holly, we saw some footage of White House envoy Steve Witkoff meeting with President Putin in Russia today. What at this point are we hearing from both sides about their conversations?
Well, Errol, this is Steve Witkoff's fourth visit to Russia this year. We don't know what came out of that meeting with Vladimir Putin today, if anything. But there is a lot of reporting about the terms of a possible ceasefire deal being proposed by the US, which is thought to include, or reportedly includes, excluding Ukraine from NATO membership and all the protection that that would bring, lifting some economic sanctions imposed on Russia because of Vladimir Putin's invasion, freezing the fighting close to the current front line. And remember that Russia currently occupies around 20% of Ukrainian territory, and recognizing Crimea as part of Russia. Now, as you know, Russia seized Crimea by force back in 2014, the first time that Vladimir Putin invaded Ukraine. Critics of that proposed ceasefire, or at least the terms that have been reported, say that it is highly favorable to Russia. And Ukraine's President Vladimir Zelensky said this week that formally recognizing Crimea as part of Russia would be against his country's constitution. So that in particular seems to be a red line for the Ukrainians. Ukrainians are also worried that a ceasefire deal without adequate security guarantees, particularly from the United States, could leave the door open to Russia invading their country again in the future. Remember, Vladimir Putin invaded Ukraine back in 2014 and then reneged on agreements to invade again in 2022. Russia, perhaps unsurprisingly, is sounding much more positive. In an interview yesterday with Face the Nation's Margaret Brennan, the Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov said that Russia is, quote, ready to reach a deal, though he said that the terms still need to be fine-tuned. Errol.
Yeah, Holly, and we'll speak more about later this hour why the Constitution constrains what Zelensky can do, and we'll see some of that interview with Lavrov and our own Margaret Brennan. Holly Williams in London, thank you so much.